Hello everyone, welcome back to our math sessions. Today we are going to know about the Green's theorem and its proof. So what does Green's theorem states and what is the relation it is giving? So it's giving a relation between the line integral and surface integral. It is giving a relation between the line integral and surface integral. So this relation we need to prove. So how to prove this? Before that, what is the surface we have taken here? S is the surface. It is a closed surface in a plane which is enclosed by the curve C. Which is enclosed by a curve C. So what about the here P and Q? P, Q are the continuous and differentiable scalar functions of x, y in the given surface S. So this is what we need to prove here. Before that, see here the diagram. So how we drawn this? Look at here. Here S is a closed surface which is bounded by the curve C here. Here curve C. S is bounded by the curve C. So first we need to draw two parallel lines. What are they? X is equal to A and X is equal to B, which are parallel to the x-axis. Which are parallel to the y-axis. Draw two lines which are parallel to the y-axis. These two lines intersecting with the curve C at 2 points. What are they? A and B. And again, next you have to draw other two parallel lines. What are they? Y is equal to C and Y is equal to D. These two lines are parallel to x-axis and these lines are touching the curve C at point E and here at point D. So these are the intersecting points. AEB denote a curve C1 and BDA it denotes a curve C2. So C1 is a curve f of x, C2 is a curve g of x. C1 plus C2 will give you a complete curve C. So this is about the diagram. Using this diagram we have to prove this relation. So before that, here we have given small explanation about the diagram. So what are x is equal to AB and what are y is equal to CD here we have written. So these are the parallel lines to the coordinate axis. Okay. And these lines must touch the curve C at most 2 points. That is what given here. And what is C1? It is a curve f of x and C2 is the curve g of x. And remember, f of x is always less than or equal to g of x. And consider this. So in order to prove this relation, first you have to take integral over s dou p by dou y of dx dy is equal to, solve this. So here x limits and y limits will be taken. First integrate with respect to y. Here partial derivative and integration will get cancelled. These are inverse operators. So you will be remain with function p. So p is a function of x comma y and apply the y limits here. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay. So here see g is nothing but the curve C2. G is nothing but the curve C2. So here we are integrating over the curve C2. So what are the x limits on the curve C2? What are the x limits on curve C2? Yes. On curve C1 x limits. On curve C1 x limits are varying from A to B. But on curve C2 x limits are B to A. B to A. So here we need to change the limits. Actually here limits are A to B. You have to change from B to A because we are integrating the function P over the curve G, that is over the curve C2. So on C2 x limits will be B to A. So next minus we are integrating P over the curve F. So Over the curve f means we are integrating p over the f means over c1. So on c1 what are x limits? A to b. So that is what written here on c1. See here on c1 limits are a to b. This is as it is, just here only we changed the limits. And here we are integrating this function over the curve c2. That's why we are denoting this as c2. And here we are integrating the function over f, that is c1. So integration here c1 plus c2 will gives you a complete curve c. So double integration over s dou p by dou y dx dy, you will get it as integral over c p dx. You take this as equation 1. Similarly, we can solve for integration over s dou q by dou x dx dy as integral over c q dy. So for p we will get p dx, and for q surface integral of dou q by dou x we will get line integral of q. So add these two, equation 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1. You can add in either ways. So what you will get? Dou q by dou x minus integral over dou p by dou y dx dy is equal to p dx plus q dy. So this is the final relation we proved here. So students, all of you go through this carefully. First understand the statement and next accordingly draw the diagram. So prove the given relation. Thank you for watching. Keep learning.